afternoon. Okay, right. Okay, in Thailand it's right. Okay, right now it's about what is it? One. Okay, 1-4. Okay, 1-4. Okay. The hopefully everyone already had lunch now, but some of our friends, okay, maybe in Europe now, this is your morning time. Okay, morning time. Echo, have you had the breakfast yet?
Good afternoon,
I just
Ajahn.
had my coffee.
Just had a little bit, right? Just
Yes.
some coffee. Okay,
Yeah.
because it's still early, right? It's early
Yeah.
morning.
It's
Mm.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Okay, 8 o'clock. Okay, 8 o'clock. And right now, 1 o'clock. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
5 hours difference, I think.
5 hours, right? Okay,
Yeah,
5 hours.
but we will change the time in Europe at the end of the month, and then it will be 6 hours difference.
Oh, so why they change the times?
Yeah, because they are crazy.
Can
Uh,
can change the time, right? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. We change it because the intention was to save energy, but I think it's stupid. So they um,
So,
uh, yeah, they
what?
they think they think that if they change the time, they make it earlier,
Hmm.
so the people won't need much or a little bit less electricity. But I think it turned out to be wrong. And if you ask the people living in the countries here, uh, nobody wants it to be it like this. Again, yeah, they don't want to change the time every year because also your body has to adapt because you have to wake up 1 hour different in the next from one week to another. But they say they don't want to cancel it because in Europe, all the different countries now, they uh, they cannot find one time that they accept. Do they want to change to take the winter time or the summer time to be like the normal time? So the population doesn't want them to change the time again, but we are still doing it, and I think it's crazy.
Oh, okay, okay. I just
Yeah.
heard that. Okay, the time
Mm.
is changeable. Okay, so
Yeah.
I
Yes,
remember.
I remembered when I was in Canada, it was due to the sunrise and sunset. I was staying in Vancouver, so it's due to the sunrise and sunset that causes the time to move forward. That is in Canada.
Ah,
Mm.
okay. The the light saving. Okay, the purpose, right? Mm. Because the okay, since I was born, I never heard that. I never heard that we can change our time. I think in Thailand I never heard about that because whatever times okay we have, even though it's the winter or it's any season, that is same. Okay, the same time. Okay, this is my news idea about it now. But is this the it's normal, right? In normal in Europe, right? Changing the times.
Yeah, but
Mm,
let me check it. I have to check myself that when did they start with it? It was not always like this, but
mm,
there was one time when they started it.
mm.
Uh, I think 1996
1996. Uh-huh.
they started with it. Yeah. So and we are changing and in March and at the end of October.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Maybe I will send you something
Okay, okay.
about the
Maybe
topic. Yeah.
I can learn about this. I can learn
Yeah.
about it. Okay. Because I never heard about because I thought at the time it's already fixed for any country now. Mm.
Yeah, but
Okay.
whole Europe agreed to do it, so every country in Europe is going to change it, yeah.
Oh, okay. Every country, right? Mm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. That's okay. Let me know. Okay, maybe I'd like to have more information about this. Maybe I can discuss about this now with now the others. Okay. Mm.
Yeah, there's a long article at Wikipedia. I found it. It's in German, but maybe you can translate it also to English. Or maybe wrote that it is in Australia too. I didn't know that. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Canada too. Yaman said. Okay, that is the German article I wrote. I shared it in the chat, but I think your computer can translate into English, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. 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 Thank you for this information. Now,
Yeah.
okay. That's interesting because even though you know that like having okay the precept number 6, okay, sometimes we also have like controversial debate about this or this controversial discussion about the time. Okay, I mean that when uh we consider the time for not having meals after lunch. Okay, maybe usually okay the 12 o'clock, maybe 12 o'clock will be like the universal time. Okay, but sometime maybe in the other regions also they have like a different time. Okay, for like the evening or from what time to what time that we don't have having meals now in the evening like that. Okay, now but in the past, okay, so in the past, in they don't have like we don't have like a clock, okay, at the present time. Maybe they just consider from the sun, right? From the sun, the from this time at for example like at noon, okay, we just consider from that when the sun out is exactly the shadow of the sun, okay, it's straight up to our head, and that will be at after that time. Okay, but right now we have like a fixed time, okay, for like we have a clock now to consider what exactly the time, okay, from maybe from 12 o'clock. Nah, that will be universal time, okay, after 12 o'clock. And maybe I think maybe it will be also debated or discussed from maybe from areas or from region to regions, okay, about the times. Okay, okay, Venables, Pasanai, how you doing? Good.
Uh, good ครับ good. Oh, sorry,
Uh-huh.
sorry ครับ for about
Okay, and so last I heard that last week you were in somewhere, right? In some provinces. You were in Chiang Mai or you were in some province
in เชียงใหม่ ครับ
in Chiang Mai?
ครับ
In Chiang Mai. It seemed like who told me about you have kind of like a ceremony, right? I'm not sure.
yes
Last week,
yes ครับ
week before. No.
I think last week ครับ last week we have like last 2 week maybe last 2 week yeah ครับ
Last
we
two
have
weeks.
like ordination ceremony ครับ
Okay,
งาน
ordination.
บวชครับ
Okay,
ใช่ครับ
ordination ceremony. Mm-hmm. Okay, now actually, for the ordination ceremonies now, uh, for those who have no experience, okay, for example, like uh, women, okay, maybe they
Im
also
Winter,
want to
ne,
how the ceremony different
wenn es so
from
gut geht,
how
ne,
this
Lung Hock, ne?
how
Ich
the
habe gemerkt, er ist ein bisschen
the
krank.
ceremony different from like
I'm on the street.
taking the
Ja,
opposite
wenn ich
precepts,
da
okay.
war. Ich habe
Yeah.
gemerkt, er ist auch ein bisschen krank und so, ne?
Mm. Okay. And
Schnupfen,
yeah,
Fieber oder irgendwas. Ich frage ihn,
actually,
okay, wie geht's? Amazing.
mm,
Fantastic, hat er gesagt. Weil er wollte nicht sagen, mir geht schlecht, weißt du, wie ich meine?
Echo your
Und
mind
wenn du sagst, dann nächsten Tag habe ich auch, mir geht nicht gut, ne? Und Lumpi
okay.
fragt, und wie geht's? Ich sage, oh,
Heiko,
fantastic,
are
Lumpi,
you talking with me,
amazing.
Heiko?
Und am Ende vom Tag geht mir besser, ne? Deswegen jetzt gerade geht mir
Yeah,
eigentlich auch nicht so gut, aber wenn du mich fragst, ich sag amazing.
I think
Oh, I feel
maybe
fantastic, wonderful.
okay. Forgets right now to off him.
Okay. Ach, Scheiße.
Okay. Um, actually, we are talking. Okay, we are talking about the ceremony. Okay, the ceremony when we have to take the precepts now. For example, like the 8 precept or Uposatha precepts, or the 10th, okay, 10th precepts, 10 precept for Samanela. Okay, Samanela, they also have kind of the ceremony. Actually, for the ceremonies of the Samanela, now Samanela is not too different. Okay, not too different from taking 8 precepts. Okay, but for the monks, now for the monks, maybe the ceremonies it's quite now or more complicated. Okay, more complicated than the Samanera. But of course, I'd like to tell maybe those who have no any ideas about becoming a novice and becoming a monk. Okay, it's a little bit different. Okay, because usually, okay, for those now who want to become, okay, those who want to become a monk, uh, for those who never been, okay, who never been a novice before, okay, before they become, okay, before they become a monk, or they take kind of like a precepts, or kind of the ceremony that they have to the they have to like a list off. Now they have to chant now according to the ceremony. Okay, there must be like the master, right? At least there must be a master who going to give like a to give ordination. Okay, and there also must be like uh, the monks. Okay, the monks who go going to chants. Okay, actually we have both sides. Okay, like you see like a both left side and right side, there will be the monks now. That also there will be like a senior monks. Okay, and there also at least, okay, there is the that we call the Anusasanachan. Okay, or the monks now who going to be their their teachers. Okay, they have like a master teacher, and also some uh, monks now who participate the ceremony. Okay, for the monk it's quite complicated. It's different from the novice. Okay, because the becoming a novice, just only they need only a master. Okay, the monks or uh uh Ajahn. Okay, the upachaya. Okay, upachaya, the one who can who have who is authorized. Okay, who is authorized, or who it's kind of like who got license. Okay, who got license from the sangha. Okay, who got license from the sangha to give ordination. Okay, just only one. Okay, just only one master, that enough. Okay, to give the precept to the Samanela. Okay, after Samanela do a chanting. Okay, now, and they also have to take the precepts. Okay, and after that, okay, the 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 status. Okay, or yeah, being the monks now, or being a novice, or the status of the novice will be like a completed now. Just only one. Okay, just only one master. Now it's same like a take Uposatha precept. The Uposatha precept you also can take Uposatha precept from the monks. Okay, from the monk. And in case you don't have any monks. Okay, like when you stay far away from the temples. Okay, you also, okay, you can also uh, you can resolve now uh, taking the precept now by yourself. Okay, by announcing, okay, by announcing or chanting by the using kind of Pali words like that, okay. That maybe Uposatha precept but also is the rest as like a sticker than becoming a novice. Okay, a novice at least you need there must be upachaya or the master, okay, who will give ordination. But for taking uposatha, okay, for uposatha, even you don't have there is no any monks now, any female monks, okay. You also, okay, you can resolve now by yourself now. Okay, now but for the monks, okay, for the monks now, like a Heko also used to have experience, okay, this kind of ceremony. It's quite take long time, okay, at least maybe 1.5 hours, okay, to become a monk, get ordained as a monk now. Okay. And today, okay, today we are going to talk like the kind of what we do, okay, to take Uposatha precepts. Okay. Let me. Okay, maybe we will start. Okay, I'd like to start with the maybe video clips now, video clips about taking Uposatha, maybe to make you understand more about now this Uposatha, and then okay we can discuss later. Now let me just show you.
What is the difference between Uposatha Sila and the 8 precepts? Uposatha Sila is keeping the 8 precepts. As for the 8 precepts, we can keep this regularly. But if it is the lunar observance day, which are the 8th day of the waxing or waning moons, or the 14th day of the waning moon, or the 15th day of the waxing moon, then keeping Sila on that day is called Uposatha Sila. We keep the 8 precepts for 1 day and 1 night. From the first thing in the morning, we take up the 8 precepts, the Uposatha Sila, at home all the way until the next morning. In going to the monastery, we take up the precepts one more time, and we learn and practice Dhamma until the next day. We call this keeping Uposatha Sila completely. So Uposatha Sila, the keeping of the 8 precepts, is for lay people who are householders, for whom keeping the 8 precepts every day isn't convenient. You do work and duties, are exhausted and tired, and need to eat in the evening as well. But you take up the opportunity when it comes to the lunar observance day that you will go to the monastery and keep the Sila of the Uposatha, called Uposatha Sila, which are the 8 precepts as well. If you break any of the precepts, then the Uposatha Sila is not complete. The Uposatha Sila is broken. So you need to keep all of the 8 precepts. You are determined to have restraint by way of body and speech, and restraint by way of mind in a special way. And when our barami spiritual accumulations are stronger, then we may make larger determinations. The taking up of the 8 precepts for 1 day and 1 night is a normal uposatha for the day that we determine it. On the 15th waxing, 14th waning, or 8 waxing or waning moons. For those who may have more strength of mind, they can keep the 8 precepts for 3 days. That is the day before the observance day for 1 day, and the observance day is another day, and the day after the observance day is another day. So together it is for 3 days and 3 nights. Those who have more strength than that may keep it for 1 month. Or there are those who keep it for the whole Vasa, the 3-month rains retreat, or it can be for 15 days. It is up to one's determination that one takes up. And the 8 precepts begin from the refraining of taking the life of a living being, from taking things from others that aren't ours, refraining from any sexual conduct, which is the enemy of the practice of the brahmacharya, the celibate life, and together with the precept on the various types of false speech, not drinking alcohol and all intoxicants, not taking food at the wrong time, afternoon, not beautifying with adornments, perfumes, cosmetics, colorings, not watching all forms of entertainment, refraining from sitting and lying down on a high and luxurious bed. So we are determined to keep these precepts. So coming to the Uposatha is mostly about entering and staying at the monastery. It's based on coming to a place of practice. But in the case that we don't go to take the precepts up at the monastery, then we take it at home. So we are determined to take up Uposatha Sila all the same. In the Buddha's time, the wealthy man Anathapindika and his following, on the lunar observance day, the Uposatha, everyone would take up the Uposatha Sila. Even for the children who drank their mother's milk, they would not let them drink milk, but would give them sweet water or honey instead. So the whole household, they all kept it. But there was one time when there was a new worker of Anathapindika's who had been working cutting firewood in the forest, and he came back and thought, why is the house of Anathapindika so quiet? All the people were quiet and restrained, talking little. They were in their own dwellings, chanting and meditating. The head of the kitchen told him that there was no food to eat, because everyone was taking the Uposatha Sila. So the man was determined to keep Uposatha Sila for half a day. For Uposatha Sila, one can drink sugary water and sugar cane, but I'm not sure if this man had made a special determination, or he didn't know about it properly, or it was due to some other factor. But the man didn't take any water. Ultimately, he was too exhausted and died, and he became a Ruka Dewa, a tree deity. So this was the benefit of having kept Sila, which is a lot. We may have seen that we have relatives, parents, grandparents who keep the Uposatha Sila. They keep the Sila, but because they are scared that their Sila would be broken, so they go to sleep early and do various things. They may listen to just a bit of Dhamma, and then go to sleep and rest. They go chatting about various subjects. It makes the quality of their keeping Sila lowered. One has to not talk of the household, the city, not talking about trade and livelihood, not talking of all work-related subjects. One refrains from it and stops it all, because it's a day that one should stop and not speak of worldly things. We will maintain our mind to have a lot of peace, so we will develop our kammatthana, meditation object. We walk meditation and sit meditation and so on. This is to make the mind peaceful. So to keep Sila on a higher level than this, one will be maintaining one's mind as well. It is true that one does not kill living beings, but one may think about it continuously that one wants to kill, And to not speak this out, it is sila as well, but the mind is lowered. So we will maintain our mind as well. We need to have metta, goodwill to supervise the mind, have compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity as well. Train to develop the mind to be peaceful. Have effort. We become careful with the mind that is thinking of harming and violence, or that goes to thoughts of all the moods and objects of sensual desire and liking. We are careful of all sensuality, being careful of the mind. This is samadhi, right view, and it is within the Noble Eightfold Path. When speaking, we have caution. In actions and speech, we are careful, and especially the mind. Have it controlled through a meditation object with sati, mindfulness. Make your samadhi, concentration, be firm. It is normal for the mind that is currently in training that though we won't kill living beings, steal, commit any sexual misconduct, or drink intoxicants, but sometimes we have old memories, thoughts, and proliferation about it. But we have to abandon it by having effort. If unskillful states of mind arise, we need to abandon it. That which hasn't arisen yet, we don't let it arise. We repeat mentally the meditation repetition of Buddho, Dhammo, Sangho. We use contemplation.
Okay. This is now I will send you, okay, if you are interested, okay, I will send you the links, okay, for the whole videos. Now maybe you can watch it, you can re-watch it now if you like now for the video. Okay, and this is from just okay, warming up, okay, warming up about the lessons, okay, our understandings about Uposatha now. And I think we have maybe some more points now to discuss about Uposatha now. Okay, let me just share my slide now. Okay, so now we gonna to learn, we're gonna to talk about how to undertake the Uposatha precepts now. Actually, now maybe if you study from the different texts now, or different teachers or different master, maybe the way or the process may be a little bit different, but we focus on the eight precept. Okay, how do you take the eight precept? Usually now, or the commentators, okay, the commentator or Adhikatachara, okay, on the said about this, the Uposatha commentary, that those who are going to keep resident for Uposatha precept should pay attention that tomorrow one must observe Uposatha. So it means that now first you need to prepare. You prepare your mind. Now you have to be ready, get ready. Your mind have to be ready, because this kind of like the determination. Okay, you are determined to do something skillfully. Okay, now skillfully, or that we call, you're going to do wholesome. Okay, wholesome action, wholesome conduct. Now, as we said, okay, as we understood before that, taking now or undertaking Uposatha precepts, you voluntarily now you voluntarily try or you voluntarily practice to do this, or you voluntarily intend to do it. No one, okay, no one force you, okay, no one force you now to do it. Now, but since you want to develop yourself more, because you think that okay, five precepts for me, it's maybe you think that okay, for me it's kind of like a normal, it's like a simple, but I want to develop myself more. That's why I am determined to undertake Uposatha, to keep the Uposatha precepts. So it means that first, your mind, you have to be ready for that. But not only now the mind, but you also have to like you have to organize yourself. You have to organize your times. Okay. How do you organize yourself now? So maybe you have to check about your cooking food. It have to be prepared now. So during the time that you take Uposatha precepts, you shouldn't worry. Oh, I have to cook now. I have to do a lot of things now. So these or those worryings or the thing that to make you worry, you have to cut it off. Okay, now you have to prepare everything. It means that you after your mind ready, and you also have to organize everything for you now. But I think now for those who practice or who undertake the Uposatha precept in the temple, okay, maybe you just be ready or just prepare for your mind. It's quite enough, okay, especially in Thailand or in Buddhist country. When you go to the temples, it means that no worry about anything, no worry about the food, because usually they can have meal in the temples, okay, maybe at the same time with the monks, or after the monks they have like a breakfast or lunch. Those upasaka or upasika, they can have meal in the temples. This is quite convenient, okay, to practicing or observing Uposatha in the temple, okay? Now, but if someone, okay, if someone that you need to practice, you need to observe Uposatha at home by yourself, okay, you take like the resolution, okay, yourself. It means that from that time, okay, from the time that you take Uposatha precepts, you don't have time, okay? You don't have time to cook. Otherwise, your life will be like a normal life, because you still cook in the morning, or even though for the lunchtime, you have to cook like that. So it won't be different, okay, from the normal, but you have to make it different. So at the time after you taking Uposatha, so it means that your mind have to be uh clean, clear, okay, calm down, no worryings like that, okay. So that's why for preparing food now or cooking, you have to prepare it before, okay. And after that, okay, after that all kind of works, you have to manage your work now. For example, like or if you have to work in the office or whatever now, or even though you have your own like a business like that, okay, you have to try, okay, to organize everything, okay, you have to try to organize everything. There should be shouldn't kind of some things that to to bother you, okay, to bother you, to annoy you during the time that you practice Uposatha, okay. So it means that you must work. Now you have to organize everything like this, preparing, okay, your mind, preparing your works before you start Uposatha. Okay, next. This doesn't move. Let me check the slide. Okay, let me check it. Okay, the slide doesn't move. Let me check it. Again. Okay. And then now, what you need to do now. After now, you clear, okay? After you clear everything now on the Uposatha day now. So you have to like utter now. You have to utter. You have to say undertaking the Uposatha. Okay. Now you have to the kind of the place now. If it's in the temple, I think it's no problems. Okay. In the temples now, the monks now or the temple, they will provide the appropriate place now for the lay people, okay, to observe the Uposatha, the monk, okay, for the monks, or even though the female monks now in some Buddhist country, they have there's also female monks, okay, they're going, okay, to give you the precepts, okay, a precept. So you maybe now for uttering, okay, uttering the precepts now. Uttering the Uposatha precept or the Uposatha components in the like the dwelling place now, male monks, female monks, or lay people or lay women, okay. First, you need to know. Actually, everyone already know about your eight precept now. What are they and what you're going to observe now. According to the precept, as you listen from the video clips now, if you broke, okay, if you break any the precepts, so it means that your taking Uposatha is not completed now, okay. Now, so you shouldn't, okay, you shouldn't even breaking any precept. Otherwise now, or you have intention to do it now, but you cannot, okay, you cannot complete it now, completed Uposatha. Of course now, the eighth precept now, if you know now Pali, okay, if you know Pali, you should, okay, you should proclaims, or you should use Pali word, okay. But if you don't know Pali words, now what to do? As Hegel did now, maybe you can, okay, you can take a vow now, okay, or like a resolution by your the understanding, even though maybe your language or like a English or any other language now, that also it will be complete. Because I think the most important things now, the most important thing is the intention, okay, your intention to do it now, okay, because you determine or you promise to do this now. If you promise, you have to keep promise now. So then you resolve now, you resolve yourself, okay. You resolve yourself now, like the Buddha said, when there is no other person to tell, you should resolve by yourself now. And after that, you can utter, okay, you can utter speech now. The kind of the speech can be, if possible, okay, Pali now, Pali words now, will be like a traditional, okay, traditional practice now, traditional practice, because has like a Theravada, okay, Theravada uh, Buddhists, we use Pali, okay, if you want to follow, if you want to practice in like the Theravada uh, ways now, you should use Pali word. But in case you don't know how to say, or maybe it's quite hard to say it, okay, even though your language, your own language would be okay now. Let me check why I can't move my slides. Let me, what happens? Okay, restart. Seem like, okay, I will try again. I cannot move the slide now. Sorry, one more time. Okay. Usually now after we follow the steps that the most important now that the mind, the body, okay, if you get ready, and for the ceremony, okay, the ceremony, why we need to practice the ceremony, okay. Now is when we talk about the ceremonies now, someone will say, okay, maybe it's not necessarily because the heart of practicing is mean that your willingness, your intention. Yeah, of course. If you say like that, it's correct. Okay, it's true. Okay, but sometime, okay, maybe sometime the ceremony also can help to. Maybe I can compare to like when before you have like the sport, like the competition, okay, the competition. Warming up, okay, to warm up your body, okay, to warm up your body, to warm up your mind. That also, even though it's not uh absolutely, okay, even though it's not absolutely the core, okay, the the practicing, okay, but for playing the sports, okay, to warm up our body, to warm up our mind also is the important, even it's not very, okay, it's not very, but it's still important, okay. Now, because now, if now you now have this kind of ceremony, it means that your mind, your body will be ready for practicing. Okay, for example, like uh some places, okay, now like in Thailand, okay, the people when they before they take uposatha, they will do this kind of things. Like what? Like food offering, okay. They will maybe before they observe uposatha, they will offer food, okay. They will bring kind of food, meals, or sweet, or whatever, okay, to the temples, okay, before they observe the uposatha. Why? Because this is kind of like a dana, okay, dana or giving, right? Uh, Making charity. So this also is this kind of punya or merit making, okay, merit making. So it means that at least, okay, at least your mind right now, okay, your mind ready to practice because you you already offer food to the monks. And then after you do dana, okay, you give food to the monks, and then the next steps. The next step will be the sila, okay, taking precepts. Dana, sila. So dana also will support, okay, to support the sila. Because you will feel, okay, today I make merit, I do something good. That also is kind of things can support your mind. Maybe it can make your mind happier, because after you giving, okay, after you sharing kind of food or whatever you will feel happy, feel present. Now you feel present about whatever you do. But opposite, now if you do something bad, and then you have to take sira, you have to observe the 8 precept. I think you also can get that effect. Okay, you can get the effect. Maybe the time that you're going to take the precepts, maybe your mind is quite busy, or is not calm mind, okay, not peaceful mind, because you worry about things that you do, okay, or you have done now badly, okay. So that's why, okay, at least you will think of, okay, your dana, and then you will ready, okay, be ready to accept to take the uposatha sila. Usually, okay, they offer like kind of food, and then maybe in the temple, okay, in the temples, after the monk they finish their performance or morning chantings, okay, we'll some maybe sometime, okay, sometime the people they also come to the temple to do like a morning chanting with the monks, okay. That also the way to get your mind ready, okay, to prepare yourself. Now make your mind calm before you take precept, okay. It means that in the at the dome, the monastery, okay, in the monastery you can do it, okay, like this now. So now after your mind ready, okay, your mind ready, then we will usually in the morning time, okay, in the morning time is about 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. After the monk they have breakfast, okay, they will start giving you the uposatha precepts. This also depending on the temples, the temple, the tradition. Maybe some temples now they will start early, okay, and maybe the monks they will give you early, for example, like 6 o'clock now, maybe before meal now. So it means it's very effect, okay, according to the time that you practice. So if you take the precept, for example, like 6 o'clock in the morning, so it means that you can leave now the other day earlier, right? I mean that you can complete 24 hours, okay? I mean that for full day, daytime and nighttime, right? Daytime, nighttime. If you start earlier, for example, like 6 o'clock, after 6 o'clock, you can asking the monk to leave, okay? Now, after 6 o'clock. But if you take late, okay? If you take precept late, about maybe 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, it means that you will affect because you have to go to work, right? You have to go to work the other day or the next day. Now, if you have to leave before, for example, like you observe the precept about 8 o'clock, but if you leave before 8 o'clock, it means that you also will feel that, oh, I don't complete my Uposatha for day and night, 24 also like that. Okay, so this is also now depending on the temples. Okay, but I think now I think for you, if you do it, okay, if you observe or take the precept at home, okay, you know, okay, what time is a good time to start. Now you can start like at 6 o'clock, now 7 o'clock or whatever. Okay, this now maybe we talk about the temples and at your house now. Actually, when you take the uposatha now, of course now, to taking refuge, okay, to taking refuge in the triple gems, that will be important. Not only taking uposatha sila, okay, the monks for the novice also they have to taking refuge in the triple gems. The monks also before they get ordained as the monks, they have to take refuge in the triple gem as well. Okay, now so it's mean that it is quite important because before you practice or before you follow the tradition or the way to that we call like a Buddhist way, the Buddha's way. At least you must have faith, or you should have faith in what? First, the Triple, okay, the Triple, the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. Without faith, in the precepts now, okay, how can? If you have no faith, okay, if you have no faith from the in the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha, okay, and how what to move on? How can you go on for your practicing? So like I told you, like having taking the refuge in the Tibetan, like you are in the boat, on the boat, in the way that there is like a storm. Okay, if you have kind of like an anchor now to stick now to stick your mind in that. So even though there is like a storm, okay, at that time, yeah, you you are certain, okay, you are certain, you're certain to do it, okay. So taking refuge in the triple gems, last time we also talk about the benefits of taking the refuge with in the Buddha, okay. So usually we start, okay, begin saving homage, okay, we begin by taking homage to the Tibetan, like the word Yamaham, okay, Yamaham, Samma Sambuddham, okay, Samma Sambuddhang, Phakkavantam, okay, Phakkavantam, Saranam Kato, okay. Female, you said Saranam Kata, okay. This is Pali word, okay. Kato or Kata, because they use different inflection. This is the inflections of Pali word, okay. To for like a male, ta for female, like that. Kato and Kata, okay. Now, Samma Sambuddham Bhagavantam Saranam Kato Saranam Kata. Okay, the Buddha. Okay, the unenlightened one. I have gone for refuge to get rid of really dangerous now. And after that, okay, you now can continue. Okay, you can continue like Yamaham. Okay, Yamaham Samma Sambuddham Bhagavantam Saranam Kato the Buddha, the enlightenment one, I have gone for refuge to get rid of really the dangers. Imina, okay, Imina Sakarena, okay, Imina Sakarena, Tam Pakawantam Apipu Chayami, okay, now, Sakare Tam Pakawantam Apipu Chayami, okay. Sakarena, okay, actually the word the Imina Sakarena, Sakarena is mean that you worship, you pay respect, okay. Now it's kind of can be you can paying respect, you can worship with kind of like a flowers, or maybe you have like a candle and joysticks. Now this kind of thing that it's kind of like the objects. Now if you have nothing, okay, you don't have like kind of flowers, you don't have candle or joysticks, okay, the mind, okay, the mind also you can do it. Now imine sakarena tam, okay, tam pakawantam, okay, now tam pakawantam apipu chayami, okay. So actually the Pali word, okay, the Pali word, you can, when you take the refuge alone, okay, the loan alone, you can say apipu chayami, okay. But if you take as a groups together, now the inflection will change from apipu chayami to apipu chayama, okay, mi and ma. Now the inflection for singular, okay, for the third person, okay, third person singular. If you change to apipu chayama, will be the for third person plural. So that's the difference between apipu chayami and apipu chayama. Now, may I, so may I is mean that for you alone. But if you say together, may we, like that, okay, apipu chayama, okay, pushama, may I worship the Buddha with this offering, okay. Like I told you, the offerings, the kind of offerings can be like the flowers or the joysticks, candles. Now, usually, usually in Thailand, okay, in Thailand they will put together, okay, they will type now the joysticks. Now, usually three joysticks, right? Three joysticks, candles, and then the flower. Now, okay, now because this kind of this offering, okay, offering that. Now, why we need this? Okay, why we need this? Now, because at least to show your respect, okay, to show your respect by materials. Now, okay, of course. Now, materials, even though it's not really important, but materials, the kinds or the sign, the kind, the size of some things that you can see it, okay, it can be seen, right? Now it can be seen because the mind cannot be seen, right? But if you use the kind of like an offering, okay, this can be seen. Like in Thailand, there is like a teacher day, okay, you know that for the teacher days, the students, okay, the student, they will prepare kind of like a trays, okay, tray with a decoration, okay, with kind of flowers. The flower also different kind of flowers now, and those flowers now, they are meaningful. They have different meanings now. They have different meaning. So it means that sometimes, okay, sometimes even though material, okay, material things or object, it also can teach us, okay, it can teach us about understanding the Dharma, right? For examples now, the joysticks, okay, anyone can tell me what is the I'm not sure that you learned about this or not. What is the meaning of the candles? What is the meanings of the joysticks? Can anyone share your understanding, your knowledge? Why they use like a candle? Why they use like uh, three joysticks now? Can anyone share your ideas about this? And why the flower? Okay, maybe we can learn about this now. This kind of like offerings now. Anyone have ideas about this? Messi, BB? Even though I think Heiko also maybe you have this kind of ideas now. At least you have experience in Thailand. Maybe you know about this. Anyone like to share? Okay.
So I could only suggest that the candles they stand for the light and for enlightenment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
it's only my guess at the moment.
Okay, you
And
guess. Okay.
yeah. And the joysticks, the three things for the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha, like a kind of worshipping.
Mm-hmm.
And the flowers in general is also like a part of worshipping, of showing respect to the thing that I put, or the person that I put the flowers in front. And also the flowers, I think they make the mind happy.
Okay.
Flowers are
Okay.
making people happy.
So this is just your guessing, right? Now,
Yes,
not
my thoughts
you
about
learn.
that. Yeah.
Okay, because maybe you have learned the Dhamma. Okay, Dhamma I mean the Dhamma level 1. Okay, right now you are in Dhamma level 2. Maybe you will get some ideas about this. Why? What the interpretation? What if things its objects stand for? Before the
Sorry, teacher
okay.
Samran, I'm late.
Okay. So like to share? Would you like to share?
Yes, I think maybe for the flower, I have read somewhere, I think it means that when we offer flower, because flower it blooms very beautifully, but after a few days it will just die. So actually it when we offer flower, it actually have us to reflect on life is impermanent, because it blooms, then after that it dies off, and yeah, so it makes us reflect on life, impermanence of life. Is that
Okay.
it is?
Okay. Yeah. I don't say that you are wrong. Okay, you are wrong or you are correct right now, because for the interpretation. Okay. Yeah, depending on your understanding, but I will tell you about how do Thai people, okay, how we have been taught, okay, about the meanings of that this kind of things. Okay, maybe you also we have different, okay, different understanding from your previous understanding. Okay.
Good
Is it?
afternoon, Ajahn.
Yes, yeah, please.
Kim read about the similar version that Maisie read about flower, but after I checked with my mom said that that is another interpretation, but I think that is the Chinese version. And the Chinese version also mentioned about the joystick. That is the people used to put a joystick to indicate the time that they will meditate. It's like when they smell the joystick and it's not time to finish. So they have to meditate until the joystick finish. But that was the Chinese version. So my latest understanding is the flower stands for something beautiful, as I go say, and just like we receive VIP people, we'll give them a garland. So a flower is something beautiful, and we are happy to receive it. So by offering flower is we pay respect. We pay respect and to respect Buddha with something beautiful. And as for the joystick, I think is something fragrant. Something fragrant. So we offer something fragrant, something pleasant. And as for candle, we offer light. We offer light to brighten up. To yes. So it is like to chase away the darkness. So that's what Kim understands. So
Okay.
yes.
Thank you. Okay, thank you for sharing. Okay,
Thank you.
maybe you have been taught about this, or maybe you learned somewhere, okay, about this kind of. Okay, I'd like to listen from the venerable, the monks. Okay, how the monks now, how do you learn about this? Okay, now candles, okay, flowers or tree justice now. Okay, venables now. Any venables here? Okay. Oh, okay. Venerable personite. Okay, personite. How do you understand about this? Okay, because actually in the school, okay, in the school, they also teach the monks also teach the students in the school what are the of these things or objects stand for. Okay, they learn about it.
Okay,
Yes.
family term.
Uh-huh.
Stand for, I don't know. It's like the candle is like, what I heard is like the ancient time we don't have the light, so we use the candle.
Okay.
And it look I don't know, from my feeling it look like I don't have vocabulary, but like romantic or something like that.
Okay.
In the night time, so it feel not yang ta, it's not
Okay.
shine to the eye. So it's
Okay.
good for I think it's good for monastic training.
Okay. So you just talk about, okay, the candles, okay, the candles. But you talk about maybe the real benefits, right? The real benefits of the candles, but you don't you don't analyze, okay, what the candles stand for, right? Maybe you just think, okay, the candles, because when we use the candles, maybe it's not too bright. It doesn't hurt, right? It doesn't hurt your eyes like that. Okay. So right now, okay, I will tell you, okay, how do the monks teach the students, okay, in the school when they teach Dhamma, okay. For the candles, okay, the candles, we use the candle or pay respect to the Dhamma, okay, the Dhamma or the teaching of the Lord Buddha. Okay, why the candle stand for Dhamma? Okay, because now we compare, okay, we compare Dhamma, like the wisdom, okay, the wisdom, uh like there is a Pali word like Panya, okay, Panya เป็นแสงสว่างในโลก or the wisdom is the light in the world, right? The wisdom, okay. So it means that we pay respect, okay, we worship, we worship the candle. So the candle stand for the light, like the light also compared to the wisdom, okay, the light compared to the wisdom. So if you are in darkness, you can't see things. But whenever you have light, oh, it seems like you have wisdom. Okay. So the light will stand for the Dhamma. And what about the justice? Okay, the three justice. Three justice. Three justice stand for the virtues. The virtues or the quality or the attributes of the Buddha. Okay. I hope that can anyone can tell me what are the three virtues or the qualities or attributes of the Lord Buddha? Have you learned about it, or what are three virtues? Three virtues of the Lord Buddha. Can anyone share? Because the Jyotics stand for the Buddha. Jyotics stand for the Buddha. But the Buddhas, we just paying respect the Lord Buddha, his virtues, okay? His virtue or the qualities of the Buddha. Now, what are they?
Then the three qualities are purity, wisdom, and compassion.
Okay, the first one. The first one.
Purity. Purity. Second is compassion and wisdom. Or the other way around. Wisdom and compassion.
Okay. The virtue of the Lord Buddha, okay, with his great wisdom, right? With his great purity, right? The Buddha wisdom, we worship his wisdom, we worship his purity, and we worship his compassion. Okay, now like in Thai we say like a panya tikun, okay, borisut tikun. Borisut is purity, right? Borisut tikun, and he's the maha karuna. Karuna is meant compassion, which is great compassion. Okay, so maybe when the you discuss about this, if someone asks you now, yeah, in the other country, and I'm not sure in Sri Lanka they have this same interpretation or not, but usually in Thailand we have this kind of interpretation. Okay, and the last one, we pay worship or we pay respect to the sangha, to the sangha. The sangha, the flowers, okay, the flowers. Why the flower? Why the flower comparing to the sangha? Okay. Can anyone share about this? Why flowers the compare or stand for the sangha? Now, does anyone have idea about this? Now, yeah, after we learn, okay, after we listen to the lesson, oh, for me, yeah, I think it makes sense. It makes sense why the sung the flower stand for the sangha. No ideas, right? Okay. First, yeah, for someone, okay, so some of you just mentioned about the flower. Okay, flower stand for like the impermanence. Okay, the impermanence, because flower after some times, okay, the flower will change. Okay, tomorrow, today the flower is still fresh now. And after that, the flowers gradually change to the impermanent, to the nature. Okay, yeah, but for your interpretation, also interesting. But for the flowers, okay, why they compare the monk as a flower? You know, when we talk about the flowers now, when the people they bring the flower to the temples, you know, there's the different kind of flowers, okay, different kind of flower, and they type together. Yeah, like in Thailand, okay, when we bring flowers, okay, we whatever flower they have, okay, whatever flower they is available at home, okay, they put the flower together, okay. And what else now? What is the meaning of the sangha? The sangha also now like the flower, because the Sangha are from different places, different clans, different class. Okay, now the Sangha now actually is when they get ordained as a monks. The Sanghas like the flower. They put the flower together, right? Maybe they can orders. They can arrange the flowers and make the flower nice. Now, same as the Sangha unity. Okay, the Sangha community. Sangha community also they are from different places. They are from different classes, but when they are together, no class. Okay, their class is over from that time. like Indian, right? Indians now they have four classes, right? Four cases, right? But when they become the monks, the even they are in higher class. For example, originally maybe they from Brahmins, okay, even though they are from like a kings, okay, but the monks also they have to pay respect. Even though the low class monk, or lowest class, or like a Chandara, right? You say that's Sutta, the lowest one. The monks who from high class, from Brahmin class, they have to pay respect to the monks who were born, okay, who became, right, who got ordained before them, okay, before them, because the monk respect each other according to the years of becoming a monk, okay, not because of the classes like that, okay. So it's mean that like the flower, okay, the flower, when you put the flower together, okay, you can see the beauty or the fragrance, the beauty of the flower if we put them together, okay. Flowers still now beautiful, okay, same as the Sangha community, the Sangha community. If you put them together now, okay, there will be like a unity, unity or community of the Sangha. So the flowers, okay, the flowers stand for the Sangha, okay, the Sangha. So it's mean that three things, okay, stand for the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. Okay, so I think have anyone heard about this, about this concept before, or this kind of concepts? Have you heard about this? Anyone?
Oh,
Or
sorry, Ajahn.
human?
Can you put it another way to explain about the flower is related to Sangha?
And then, okay, actually for the interpretation, okay, for the interpretation or the explanation, okay, explanation for Thai monks, or as we have learned, okay, as we had learned, uh, they explain us, okay, they explain us about the why, okay, why Sangha compare as the flower, why they use the flower to represent, okay, or to stand for the monks, okay. Like when you go to the temple, right? When you go to the temple, the people they will bring, okay, they will bring the various kinds of flowers, okay, various kind of flower. After that, they put the flower together, okay, they put the flower together now. So the flowers now is compared like a monks, okay, like a monks. Then the monks they from different places, okay, from different clans, from different classes, and they still, okay, the flowers is a flower. The flowers still beautiful, okay, like the community of the Sangha, okay. Now, so this is the interpretation, okay, interpretation for the flowers, okay. Now, so that's it. You want to you want
Yeah,
me
yeah.
to explain?
I think I can understand better. Regardless is what type of flower, it's still a
Yeah,
flower when all
yeah,
together.
yeah, the colors, okay, the different colors now, because the monk also from different, okay, places, different colors, okay. The even though the monks who are black, the monks who are white, okay, but then they come to the unity or the committee of the Sangha. They will be put together, okay, now, and they will be the same, okay, no difference.
Yeah.
Now, okay, that the word for offerings, okay, offerings that we use for the Buddha, for the Dhamma, and for the Sangha. That's it, okay. Now,
Thank you, Ajahn. Very
okay.
interesting about the
Thank you very much.
flower. But
Uh,
then, Kim want to check with Ajahn again. Just so offer candle is for wisdom. So for Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, so candle is to offer represent Buddha, is it?
No. Actually, the candle, okay, to represent to the Dhamma is mean that the teaching of the Lord Buddha, okay. Dhamma is mean that the Lord Buddha teaching, okay. But for the Dhotics, the Dhotics just focus on the Buddha virtues, okay. The Buddha, all three Buddha virtues, and the candle stand for the Buddha teachings. That is the Dhamma. Okay.
So justice is to offer Buddha for the three characteristics.
Not the three characteristic, okay, but for the qualities, okay, the quality or the virtues of the Lord Buddha. Okay.
I see. Now, and candle is represent Dharma, the wisdom.
Yeah, no, actually because other if we say the Dhammas mean wisdom, maybe it will mix with the quality of the Lord Buddha, right? Because
Yes.
the Lord Buddha's qualities, his wisdom, right? Okay, his wisdom, his purity, and his compassion, right? Now, but I just explain more about the Dhamma. The Dhamma is mean the teaching of the Lord Buddha. Okay, will be one of the main, okay, the triple gems. Okay, but when I talk about the Dhamma, okay, when I talk the Dhamma's like a wisdom, right? Like a wisdom. The Dhamma is compared to the light, right? The light.
Yes.
If you have the light show you the way, right? The light show you like the Dhamma, right? The Dhamma also show you the way how to walk, right? How to walk to the path or to the way. So it means that Dhamma give you the wisdom, right? So that's why I just give the Buddha words like the wisdom is the world blindness, like that. Okay, now Dhamma is the brightest in the world, like that. Okay, now so I just compare the Dhamma as the light, okay, or the candle, the light of the candles. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, that's it. So when we talk about this, even though it's like a little, now maybe little things, but sometimes we also choose to understand this kind of like a little things, but maybe it's meaningful, because in Thailand right now there is also kind of like a debates or controversial about this. Recently, there is a monk who teach the people that like a Buddha image. Now, maybe Buddha image is not really important, because the Buddha image is kind of like a materials. Buddha image is just only like a things now. Because in the Buddha time, there is like a no Buddha image now. Why we just uh paying respect to the Buddha image like that? Okay, but many scholar, okay, many scholar in Thailand, they also argue about this concept. Okay, uh even we and in the Buddha time, the Buddha periods, okay, there wasn't any the Buddha image. Now the Buddha image just appear occurs after uh, maybe the Buddha passed away, maybe the uh, uh, 500 years after Greek, okay, came to India. But now to pay respect, okay, to worship, okay, the Buddha image. Uh, yes, it's help us now to maybe easily, right? Too easily to think of, okay, to think of the Lord Buddha, think of his great virtues, okay, by seeing the Buddha image, okay. But we don't want to, yeah, of course, we don't want to focus on the material. When you pay respect to the Lord Buddha, you don't pay respect to the cement, you don't pay respect to the ions or the bond, like that. Okay, now because when you see the Buddha image, you can think of the Lord Buddha. That's it. Now, but there are also kind of like the controversial issue in Thailand at the present time. Okay, because some monks they try to, why we should have the Buddha image like that, because the Buddha in our mind like that. Okay, but sometime for those people who don't have like who don't have the strong mind, maybe they need something like a kind of like objects to see it, to understand or see it clearly, easily like that. Okay, even though we talk about the why when you take part now, or when you join the ceremony now, sometimes we have kind of the ceremony that we have to do. For example, like Thai boxing, you know that Thai boxing, why the boxers, why the boxer they have to do kind of like a dance, kind of like a dancing, or the ways that they have been taught. Now the boxer they have to like a pay respect now, pay respect to maybe their teacher, okay, before they start fighting, they start uh, 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 fighting with the others. Okay, so that also, okay, that also even is not the core of the teaching of the Lord Buddha, but some kind of ceremony. I think for me, if it give you kind of like a wisdom or understanding, maybe it will be useful. Okay.
Ajahn, my understanding of having a Buddha statue is to remind us of the 32 great men signs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, as I told you, but some monks also they try to teach that okay, materials not important like that. Okay, but sometimes the materials, if you know how to use the material for supporting you, uh to have like a certain faith in the Lord Buddhas. Okay, that I think that's a kind of different person. I think different person have the different characteristic. Okay, if you still not strong enough, okay, you need something, right? Okay. So you don't pay respect to the materials, but you pay respect to Lord Buddha. Okay. Okay. Is there any others now? Comments now? Actually, yeah, we can talk more about this. Maybe more ceremony. Okay. Now. Okay. No, any more questions? Okay. I think that's the time. Okay, for our class today. And so actually we are not hurry. Okay, we are not in hurry to finish them early. Okay, but we can talk more about this kind of things. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Okay, for joining the class today, and so we meet again. Okay, next
Thank
week.
you อาจารย์
ครับ
สาธุค่ะ
Thank you.
โอเค
Okay, ครับ